Hola, ¿qué tal? Adjust your dreams of the past to the present moment, and then even adapt them to your future. Hi, I'm Bradley Charbonneau. It's Thursday. It's Thursday Thunder here and the Repossible podcast, coming to you live from Agua Dulce near Almeria in southern Spain. In the past, you have dreams, you have certain ideas and goals and what you want to do. And you may or may not have achieved them at this point in your life, right now, this year, 2022. And so, what if you are basing your joy and your happiness and your meaning and your purpose on dreams or goals from the past that are perhaps less relevant, if not possibly even completely irrelevant to your present situation? And what if you are then bringing yourself down because, oh, I didn't achieve that, oh, I never did that, oh, I had only wish, all of that. And it's just your own energy sort of dissipating into the past, which it's gone. It's not going to come back, and it's not even building towards anything of the future. So here I am in Spain. I'm visiting my longtime friend, my old roommate from France. He's German. We're in Spain. He's married to a Spanish woman. We're speaking Spanish and English and German, no Dutch, and it's a it's a challenge. Trying to get my German back. That's fun. But on the in the car last night, driving here with Richard, and we're talking for 2 hours, and he's talking about his. He said how he had asked his dad. He said his dad had just retired at some point a few years ago, and said, "Hey, Dad, you know, don't you want to like you're free? Don't you want to go live in India for 6 months?" And his dad says, "No, that was my dream of the past. And if I adapt it to the present, then I don't have that dream anymore. And if it can take some, what's the word, maturity, experience, power even, to let that dream go and say, no, I did or did not achieve it. That's okay. And my new dreams of the present are different. And don't let those dreams of the past bring your present self down, much less your future self. If I only base myself on that I didn't go to India for 6 months when I was younger, and now that this he was 62 or something, and now I don't really want to go to India for 6 months, then accepting that and being okay with that, letting it go and moving on to the present dreams and even future dreams. And then Lola here was talking about she has a new graphic tablet. She's an artist. She's a fantastic artist. And she has a graphic tablet where she can use the digital pen, and it's opened up a whole new world for her for future dreams that she didn't even know existed, maybe in the present, but definitely not in the past. Her dream was not to have a graphic tablet and to make new designs and art with her graphic tablet that she didn't know existed. So she has new dreams based on the present and based on the near future and maybe the long future that have adapted with age and time and experience. And that maybe she didn't accomplish a dream of the past. And that's okay. And it's okay to move on and not get stuck with it. Right now, I'm running the Worst Book Ever program again. And of course, when you're working on a project, you can always see sort of the overlap and the parallels and how things work together. So, for example, I'm thinking, like I'm working on a book right now. It's called You Don't Have to. It's a joke on the book called You Have to, because there's books called You Must Write a Book. You have to write a book. You have to do this diet. You have to go to Paris. That you have to do these things. And I want to write a book that says, no, you don't have to. You don't have to do that. You don't have to go to India for 6 months. You don't want to go to India for 6 months? Don't go to India for 6 months. And of course, that's an easy one. It sounds very luxurious. What if you say, you don't have to work and pay your rent? Well, what are the consequences? If you don't work and don't pay your rent, you're going to be kicked out of your place. So it's to a limit. But that's what I'm working on this year, 2022. That's the book I'm working on. That's me of right now. I want to write a book called You Don't Have to. Later in the year, I have a book, October 17th, called Frequency. How often to do what and why. That's what I'm working on. That's the Bradley Charbonneau of 2022. And it's not the dream of last year when I wanted to write that book. It's not the next year when I might want to write that book. And it's definitely not the Bradley of 2012 when I thought about writing that other book. Now, is that dream gone? And am I pining in my heart for that past dream? Maybe. But the trick is to not let it eat you up and take over your present and definitely not hinder your trajectory into the future. But use it or adjust it or massage it to adapt and adjust your dreams of the future. That's that's my book of this year. So one I have these little weird dreams for people, and and I guess they're sort of from me. But for example, one is I really think people should write a book every year. I just looked at Torsten had the photo album that his friend made of their 10-day motorcycle journey throughout Spain, and he has immortalized. He has, is that the right word? The Made it forever by creating a photo book of their 10-day journey. Boom! That's the journey they did in 2020. That's done. That's the past, but it's over. That's what he was doing then. So my question is, what are you doing this year? What's your dream or challenge or goal or task or strategy or tactic or whatever it is that is going to put your mark on the world this year? And when I say world, I mean your world, just for you. I'm not talking bestseller books. I'm not talking award-winning photo albums or life-altering motorcycle journeys through Spain. But what's it going to be this year? Because next year's not the same. You can't say, I want to have this thought, this idea, but I'll do it next year. No, next year you're a different person. Last year, oops, too bad, that's over. You can't do that. You can't go back and write the book you wanted to last year, but you do it this year. So what's the one for this year? What's your idea, your goal, your mantra, your philosophy for 2022? And get it out there. Like, what if this is my only video I did all year? It's like, whoa, that's my whole thought for the whole year. No, there's going to be 52 of these. And I bet I'll find one throughout the year. I'm like, that was my video of 2022. But, I'm going to go to math here, going to go to math, because if we did 0 videos for the year, what do you choose from? Nothing to choose from because you didn't do anything. So what's it going to be this year? All right. We're doing the Worst Book Ever program, or you can call it First Book Ever. You can call it Shortest Book Ever. You can call it whatever you want book ever. And come join us for 10 days. We're going to get a book done. So let's say we're going to take that idea in your head, that story you've been sort of hankering to tell, and we're going to get it done in 10 days. That's it. And you know what? I have another book called You Don't Have to. You don't have to join me. You don't have to do anything I say. You don't have to do anything anybody says except the landlord and pay your rent and die and pay taxes. That's it. Otherwise, you don't have to. But I do think, what's your dream of this year? And go accomplish it. And it's not the dream for 10 years from now. It's not the dream from 10 years ago. It's the one for right now. So go make it happen. I'm going to give you a tour of where I am, okay? This is, here we go. There's his apartment. And even Richard is up there. It's on the penthouse. Let's see if I can get the beats here. Woke up to the sound of waves. I don't have that very often. Here we go. So this is my dream for this weekend. And guess what? I just achieved it. What are you going to achieve this year? I'll help you out if you need it. I'm here every Thursday to inspire and motivate. I'm Bradley Charbonneau. This is Thursday Thunder on the Be Possible podcast. I'll see you next week. We got to go for a walk on the beach. Bye.